Hey YouTube, Mickey. Alrighty. Dual Survival Season 3, another video on it. Because it hasn't actually officially started on Discovery Channel in Australia, I've been finding some full episodes on YouTube, and I've watched episode 1, 3, 4 and 6. For some reason I can't get episode 2 and 5. Anyway, so what's my thoughts on it? I miss Dave, and I wish Dave was still on it. Right? I wish he was still on it because it was more enjoyable watching Dave and Cody work together to do their stuff. In saying that, how can I say it? I can now say I don't diss Joe. I think Joe and Dave have similar kind of survival techniques in regards to Cody's. You know, Cody is always complaining about, oh, why are you catching food for? We don't need food now, you know. Got no fire to cook the food. You know, why take the risk of attacking a boar? You know, if you get injured, you affect me. He's always negative in regards to catching food. You know, Cody will always live off bugs or worms or friggin' palm roots or whatever. Well, I think Dave and Joe, they love their meat, and they will do whatever they can to secure some meat, and Cody obviously always disagrees with that. So Dave and Joe kind of have the similar mentality in regards to food. They love their meat and they want meat. They want to eat meat, and if they can risk injury and a calculated risk, they will go out and source some meat. So there are some similarities. I can't even say it. Yeah, you know what I mean. They're the same in that concept. Cody seems to be a bit of a bitch in this new season, where it just, every time Joe wants to take a risk, Cody's like, well, why, you know. And at the end of the day, he's coming back with food and Cody eats it, you know what I mean. So Cody seems to be the woman of the house, you know, looking after the shelter or the fire or whatever, and Joe and Dave, when he was in Dual Survival, were the hunter and gatherers. So yeah, I got a mixed feeling about this new season. To be honest, I kind of still enjoy it because I like learning, you know, new techniques and stuff, like especially that, I think it was episode 6 maybe, I think they were in Hawaii, or episode 4, where he got the soldier ants, and Joe had a cut in his arm and got the ants to kind of crimp the cut together. And great technique. I mean, I learned something fucking new, eh? So I don't know. I mean, my first video on this, I only watched one episode, which was the first one, and yeah, it just pissed me off because Dave wasn't in it, you know what I mean? And I love Dave Canterbury. I can't help it, you know. I love him, not in a gay way, but I love him, you know, as a mentor, and I've said that before. So mixed feelings about the new season. I don't know how the reviews are going. I don't know how the ratings are going in America. As I said, it hasn't hit Australia yet. We're not allowed to watch it yet. Not to my knowledge anyway. But yeah, I think Joe, I mean, I don't know how old he is. He must be at least close to 40 if he's been in the army for 20 years. I guess the legal age to be in the army is 18, so he must be close to 40. if not over. So I mean, he's mature enough, I guess. But yeah, I've got mixed feelings about it. I kind of like it, but I don't like it because I wish Dave was there. If that makes sense. So yeah, but the episodes I've watched so far, yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know, fellas. But look, I'll continue watching it, to be honest, because I like learning new skills and stuff like that. Not that they're probably showing anything new, except for that ant thing, you know, closing up a wound with the ant. Choppers, whatever they're called. Everything else is pretty much stock standard in regards to the season 1 and season 2 with Dave in it. So yeah, so that's my rant on Dual Survival season 3. Again, I wish Dave was still on it. It would be much more enjoyable, but I think Joe, in my eyes, I guess he's doing the best he can. I mean, you know, he's replacing Dave, so he's got, you know, some shoes to fill with that. Yeah, he's got 20 years experience in the army. You know, it's whatever he was, a ranger or a fucking whatever, and you know, give him credit for that. You know, he's got legit army experience there, so you got to give him credit. He's probably gone through a world of fucking hurt doing that for 20 years, but yeah, so I don't know. Got mixed emotions about it now since I've seen a few more episodes of it. As I said, I only commented on Dual Survival because I only saw one episode of it, and I just miss Dave. I just wish Dave was still on it, and I still have that feeling. I still can't help it. I wish Dave was still there with Cody, but he's not. So we have to move on, and Dave be alright. You know, he's got his Pathfinder school and this and that, and he sells his products online. So financially he'll be okay. But I think, I'm not sure if Dave did it for financial reasons or just because he loves it. But anyway, only Dave knows that. But yeah. But Cody Lundeen, I don't know. He's just, I like Cody. I like his philosophy. I like the way he you know, does stuff. But so far, from what I've seen, he's more as a home person, not really getting involved in securing food and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, water is his main priority. Shelter is his main priority. He can scavenge for wild edibles, worms and stuff like that. No worries, but I'm similar to Dave and Joe. You know, I like my meat, so if I could secure and make traps, and you know, even if I have to risk my own self in regards to getting it, I would get it because it's a mental boost to get meat in your system. And I freaking grew up in a butcher shop since I was born, 6 months old, on the sawdust and the little bouncer, bouncing around, looking at pigs hanging upside down. My grandfather, my grandmother, my mum, my dad, my uncles were all butchers. So I grew up with meat, and I love my meat. So anyway, so that's my, I guess, conclusion on season 3. As I said, I only watched one episode when I did the other video. Now I've watched 3 or 4 episodes, and I'm kind of getting mixed emotions about it. So yeah, cheers.